Hi guys, this is Dan from the Investment ABC, your guide through the stock market jungle. And in this video, I'm talking about the Chinese tech stock I have on my watch list currently. No, it is not Alibaba, Baidu or Tencent. It is an emerging tech company rivaling the older established ones. The core business of this tech giant in the making is a super app for services. Think of it as the WeChat for all sorts of services. Here in the West, we have Uber for ride-hailing, Airbnb for home sharing, Yelp for finding restaurants, or Expedia for booking flights. In China, they are used to super apps where you can do all these things on just one platform. Our company is focusing on services like booking flights and hotel rooms, food delivery, food restaurant recommendations, movie tickets, hospitality services, and bike sharing. Consumers can find all these services on one platform, so there is no need to look elsewhere. The good thing is that this business model already worked with Tencent's WeChat and that the consumer is already used to a super app. You have to understand that China is way more advanced in paying with smartphones than any other place in the world. So super apps are very convenient when you use your phone most of the time instead of a browser. It just saves time for the consumer. On the other hand, the company which is providing the service has more engagement and users are remaining longer inside their apps, so they have the possibility for better monetization. The online penetration of these consumer services was 20% in 2019, so we are still in the early stages of the growth cycle. The more people in China are going cashless, the more they will use these online services. China is right now the second biggest economy in the world after the US, and economists are forecasting that China would surpass the US sometime between 2028 and 2030. With this size of population, the advancements in tech sectors like AI or EV, the well-educated and hardworking people, and the massive gold imports, there is no doubt for me that China is going to be the superpower in this decade. So investing a certain percent of your portfolio in China is a must for investors, in my opinion, right now. With the coronavirus running havoc and stock markets at an all-time high, it is the perfect time to find great companies and to wait for a correction and bargain prices to press the buy button. One of these great companies, in my opinion, is Meituan Dianping with a super app for all kinds of services. Meituan Dianping is not a small startup, as you might think, only because you have never heard of it. It currently has roughly 450 million users on its platform and is growing fast. Meituan and Dianping were originally two separate giant companies that merged in 2015 to become Meituan Dianping. Tencent has a 20.14% stake in Meituan. The IPO was in Hong Kong at a price of roughly $60 billion in September 2018. Currently, Meituan Dianping has a market cap of roughly $73 billion, which gives it a higher valuation than the struggling internet giant Baidu. So why am I bullish on the stock despite the high valuation? Before we have an in-depth analysis of the company, let's have a look how Meituan Dianping is introducing themselves as a company. Here we go.
Meituan Dianping is China's leading e-commerce platform for services. It's a platform that uses technology to connect consumers and merchants, meet people's daily needs for food, and even extends to border lifestyle and travel services. Its daily lifestyle services include on-demand delivery, in-store dining, hotel booking, movie ticketing, transportation, bike sharing, and car hailing, to name a few. And now we'll show you how the whole thing works, starting first with a typical morning in Beijing. Out of the wide variety of Beijing breakfasts, Alice decides today to try out a new restaurant recommended by Meituan. She pays for her food with a simple swipe of Meituan's in-store QR code scanner and then gives the restaurant a 5-star rating before she leaves. Alice then uses her cell phone to QR scan and rents a mobike, Meituan Dianping's bike share service, so she can avoid morning traffic on her ride to work. Mr. Yen, a small business owner, can use the app in a different way, confirming an early morning delivery and taking inventory at his restaurant. He can host his e-menu and add today's special before any customers arrive. Delivery is a major aspect of Meituan Dianping services. Fei Fei is a delivery rider. Meituan's AI-empowered intelligent dispatch system pre-selects the most suitable delivery rider to each customer, ensuring the food is delivered in the shortest time possible. Lunchtime is rush hour for Meituan's delivery service. Alice sees it's noon, so she uses the delivery app to order an office lunch. Her order is sent to Mr. Yen, where he accepts and gets started cooking the meal. Fei, the pre-selected delivery rider by system, is sent directions for pickup almost instantaneously. A hands-free smart earbud reads him the route and keeps him safe on his drive. There are tens of millions of these orders placed and completed throughout Meituan's delivery every single day. Meituan's AI-powered intelligent dispatch system can determine the optimum delivery route within milliseconds.
Is the order being picked up?
Meituan Dianping is exploring new horizons with AI driving technology and cloud hub intelligent scheduling and autopiloted delivery cars that can accurately navigate between cityscapes to deliver meals. After a hard day at the office, Alice heads to Meituan Dianping's Alice supermarket, where everything in the store from fruit to imported beer can be scanned, purchased, and taken home. Food can even be ordered for home delivery within 30 minutes or sent to the office the next day. Alice can even pick out an imported Boston lobster and have it made fresh by in-house chefs. Once Mr. Yen closed for the night, he takes a look at the Meituan's merchant app to access sales information, review revenue, and see other metrics. He even explores financing and loan options as he considers opening up a second restaurant downtown. Now let's check out how Meituan Dianping can bring you the local experience in a new city, with Lin and Kai as they plan a trip to Shanghai for Lin's birthday. First things first, Kai books their flight through Meituan app. He can use the app to browse and pick out a high-rated 5-star hotel for their stay as well. Lin and Kai check into their hotel with a deposit paid through the hotel booking feature. They drop their luggage off in the room, which they find is even more spacious than in the photographs. Kai can book their tickets to Disney and then hire a cab to take them there too, all through Meituan's different features on the phone. With everything set up and ready to go, they are off to enjoy the Magic Kingdom. In the car ride back, the app suggests a Black Pearl rated restaurant for dinner, one of Dianping's highest rated establishments, an ultimate list of quality restaurants, each selected from a unique Chinese perspective. Kai can even use the app to put in an order so the meal will be ready as soon as they arrive. Kai opens the Meituan app and the next destination is already suggested. Karaoke. He finds a local deal and books their room at a discount. The couple arrives and Kai shows the receipt to open their room. Then they call some friends. Kai orders a last-minute birthday gift to be delivered to the karaoke, adding the perfect touch to the birthday girl's big bash. In Chinese, Mei means beautiful and Tuan means together. We believe technology will make everyone's life better and make the world a better place. Today, our innovative service e-commerce is transforming the way consumers enjoy their daily lives and the way local merchants operate their businesses. But we believe we are just getting started. We are proud of our mission and will continue the journey of using technology and innovation to help people eat better, live better.
I really liked the introduction video and the business model, so I had to look deeper into the company. The market cap is roughly 73 billion US dollar. The revenue grew very strong over the last few years from 4 billion yuan to 65 billion yuan by the end of 2018, which is roughly 9.3 billion US dollar. Like many other tech startups, Meituan Dianping wasn't thinking about being profitable, but about market share and growth. By the end of 2018, their operating income was a negative 115.5 billion yuan, which is approximately 16.4 billion US dollar. This is no surprise because the initial costs after the startup are very high and the main focus is growing the user base and product pipeline. Amazon is a good example that this strategy works with tech companies. Until the user base and revenue is growing strongly, investors are not that worried about the stock price and are willing to lend more money if needed. Meituan Dianping has shown some phenomenal growth over the last few years. But if we look now at the year 2019, we can see that Meituan Dianping was barely growing in the second quarter of 2019. but operating income was improving significantly. In the third quarter of 2019, growth accelerated again from 19 billion yuan the second quarter to 27.5 billion yuan in the third quarter. What is very interesting is that Meituan Dianping managed to be profitable already in the third quarter of 2019 with an operating income of 1.46 billion yuan and net income of 1.33 billion yuan, which is roughly $190 million. The question now is, how much will Meituan Dianping grow in the next few years, and is it at a fair value currently? To have an idea, let us have a closer look at the business model, competition, and if they have a sufficient moat. There are three main segments in the business model: food delivery, in-store hotel and travel, and new initiatives and others. While the food delivery segment is where Meituan Dianping is making most of their revenues, the in-store hotel and travel segment is where they have the highest gross margin with a staggering 89%. The new initiative and other segment was losing money by the end of 2018 due to the acquisition of Mobike, a ride-hailing platform which is still unprofitable at the moment. Meituan Dianping is the biggest player in the food delivery industry in China and is competing fiercely with Alibaba's Ali.me, I hope I pronounced it right, so to gain more market share. Over the last few years, Meituan Dianping gained more and more market share, while Ali.me had to buy Baidu's Weimei to sustain growth. The competition will get fiercer between Alibaba and Meituan Dianping because Alibaba said they are willing to spend a lot of money to grow market share in this segment. Since Alibaba has really deep pockets, gross margins could get hurt because of price wars and stronger subsidies. But in my opinion, the market will be big enough for two players, and at some point they will concentrate more on profitability when all the smaller players are weeded out. In the in-store hotel and travel segment, their biggest competition is Ctrip. Meituan Dianping has overtaken Ctrip in the number of hotel nights booked in 2018, and since then is still growing strongly. I think Meituan Dianping will be the ultimate number one in this segment in a couple of years because of the cross services they provide for the user, which makes the app more sticky. The app also gives the possibility of group buying similar to Groupon. Not only does the platform act as an agent between potential customers and dealers, but it is also providing marketing and promotion services for industry partners. While customers can get access to retail products and services, retailers can also take advantage of Meituan Dianping's huge customer database to promote their goods and services. Meituan Dianping is taking a small cut from every transaction. With its app Maoyan, Meituan Dianping is the leader in reviews and movie ticket selling services. Like all of Meituan's other services, Maoyan also integrates with the full range of Meituan's other products, making it convenient and easy to use for users. Together with its competitor, Taopiao, backed by Alibaba, these two companies process nearly 90% of online movie ticket bookings. Maoyan holds more than 60% market share, but is still not profitable. Meituan Dianping is also integrating its restaurant management system with many of its partners who are already using its platform for marketing purposes. With this initiative, they are strengthening the relationship with the merchants, improve their efficiency, and explore additional monetization opportunities in the food service value chain. It enables restaurants to digitize their entire operations and to better connect with online platforms. Altogether, I think Meituan Dianping has the chance to rise up into the ranks of Tencent and Alibaba in the future. At the moment, the valuation is 8 to 9 times less than the other tech giants. The super app has everything the consumer needs in services under one roof. The app is pretty sticky and has a lot of crossover use cases. On top of that, it can quickly enter in new lucrative service areas with its brand name and disrupt the competition. One risk could be that Meituan is entering too many battlefields at the same time, which might be really costly for them. I, for myself, believe in Meituan's business model and think revenue and earnings will grow further in the future. Let's compare Meituan Dianping's price to sales ratio to other tech companies and see if it is valued at a fair price. Currently, it has a price to sales ratio of 8.1, while other tech companies like Tencent has a price to sales ratio of 9.85, Alibaba has a price to sales ratio of 8.22, Facebook a multiple of 8.7, Microsoft 10.66, and Netflix 8.5. We can see that its price to sales ratio is priced similar to the other growth companies, so that Meituan Dianping is not a bargain at the moment. Meituan Dianping is on my watch list and I'm waiting for a market correction to establish my first positions. I think the company will grow strongly despite the fierce competition in its core market, the food delivery business. The coronavirus most likely will have a negative impact on the next earnings, so there might be a chance to buy then. If you are a Meituan Dianping investor and love this company, hit the thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm, share, comment and subscribe. Bye and see you guys in the next one.